Hi guys, my name's Amber. I'm a junior at the University of Kentucky. I play clarinet, and right now we're going to be looking at the technical excerpt for your audition music. And just like in the first one, we talked a lot about breathing. That breath is going to help you when you're playing this. That big breath, the one where we go all that air, making sure we have a really deep breath. It's going to help us get through this because this is a lot of notes, and it's a lot that goes by so quickly that we need a lot of air to help us get through it. A lot of leaps, a lot of everything. So, first thing I want to talk about, articulation. You'll notice there are so many staccatos throughout this entire thing, and what we don't want to do is sound like this. Does that sound pretty to you? Because it doesn't sound pretty to me. I wouldn't want my sound to be like that. Now, how we can avoid this is really simple. So let's do a warm-up where we're going to play a scale starting on F, and we're going to go through all the different articulation styles. So first we're going to slur. We're going to do regular articulation. A nice staccato, a happy one. And then a not so happy one. And if you do this as your warm-up, you'll find in there where you want the nice staccato to be. You'll be able to figure it out if you play around with the scale. Going from slurring, regular articulation, a nice staccato, and then overdoing it. You'll find a happy medium. And that's what we want in this excerpt in particular. Because we want to sound a little like this. Because to me, staccato doesn't really mean just short. Like, dit, 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 dit. Doesn't really mean that. For me, staccato means space. So we want a little bit of space in between each note so that it can sound light. We don't want this to sound heavy, like the other articulation. So that's the first thing we want to pay really close attention to. And doing that is going to take a lot of air. That's why we talked about it. You're going to have big breath before you play, and at every breath mark you're going to have to take really nice breaths, really full breaths. So the second thing that's going to probably cause some issues is our fingers, because this excerpt has a lot of these jumping around bits, B flats in there, like we're having to skip a little bit. So what you want to be careful for is when we're playing these, keep your fingers close to the instrument. And if you don't know, if your fingers fly away, I would stand in front of a mirror and watch yourself play so you can catch it. Because if you're going to play this fast, your fingers gotta be close. Because if they're too far away, you're going to have so much distance to travel and you won't be able to do it in time. It's just so difficult when our fingers are so far from the instrument. So that's my tip number one. Practice with a metronome and make sure your fingers are close to the instrument. Because I promise you, the judges are not here to hear tempo 88. It has to be 88 or you can't get in. I promise you, what they're listening for is in-time notes. They just want to make sure that your 16th notes are in time. So if our fingers are too far away and we can't get to these skips, they're not going to be in time. So then what you can do also when you're practicing to help with this is maybe change the rhythm. Instead of just playing straight 16th notes, what we can do is make up our own rhythm. So turn the metronome on and maybe go la 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 la, whatever you want. You can make it up. And the reason why you do this is to trick your brain into learning how this feels when you play the notes. So when you're playing it in a different rhythm, it's like, oh, this is different. This is kind of fun because you get to make it up. And then you put it back into straight 16th notes and you'll find that your fingers have an easier time playing the notes in time. want to talk about is dynamics. Because it's marked forte, but you don't have to blast. It's going to be okay. Just take a big full breath, play whatever sound comes out. We don't have to play super loud throughout this. We do, however, get to play around a little bit, and I'm talking in measures 10 and 11. You could, if you wanted, da 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 dee da 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 da, follow the line and maybe push a little air. It'll sound a little interesting. So let's play it. Let's see what it sounds like.